Hello, this is Kim Watson of Easy Trader. Welcome to a review of the key economic news events which are being released in the coming week. Okay, so the big story really is Thursday's targeted LTRO, which I'll talk about more in a moment. UK manufacturing production, and there's the Eurogroup and economic financial meeting happening this week. So here we go. Monday is the Eurogroup meeting. This can create volatility because of the basis of the individual members. Whilst it's not a recorded meeting, the individual members may speak out to the press at any time throughout the day, so we do see spikes of volatility as this happens generally. On Tuesday, we've got the UK manufacturing figures coming out at 9:30. Manufacturing production figures, should I say? These can create some volatility. We've been sort of stuck recently with much smaller moves on these, as the data itself has plateaued somewhat. So I wouldn't be surprised if whilst there's volatility, it won't necessarily create massive moves. And then, of course, you've got the European economic financial meeting, financial ministers meeting, also occurring during the day, which again I would expect some spikes of volatility. On Wednesday, we've got no significant news data being released. On Thursday, this is when it starts warming up with the Australian employment reports. We've seen some decent moves off these of late, but often it spikes back quite quickly. The Aussie's been having a hammering of late, so there'll be quite a bit of focus on the employment report to see as after it disappointed, particularly on the figures last week, GDP figure. Now we've got, as I say, at 10:15 on Thursday. This is probably one of the bigger numbers during the week in terms of we've only ever seen one other figure. Back in September, when the first tranche of lending and loans was reported on. This is the second of those. Now, last time it came well under the 400 billion that was expected, in the region of about 86 billion. Now, it's expected this may be taken up. The loans here may be taken up to a greater extent, but any disappointing figure here could see the euro sold, as it's not really having the desired effect that the ECB thought it might. So quite an important figure, or say quite important, very important figure on Thursday there. Finishing the afternoon off then, we've got the US core retail sales. Again, as things pick up in the US, we're looking at some of these figures that I wouldn't have even considered trading or looking to trade the post news on. Certainly we're starting to move to that sort of direction now as the US economy collects a bit of steam at the moment. So we've been seeing some much bigger moves around these, so I've now included it in my report here. Moving on to Friday, we've got the US PPI figures, producers price index. If I could only just say producers price index, it'd be easier. At 1:30. Again, this is another number that's starting to create a bit more volatility in the markets as it comes out. Not major at the moment, sub 20 pips, but at least they're sort of starting to create some volatility, and we could see some moves coming from these, particularly if the euros keeps in its weak form. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great week. Bye for now.